Okay, this video is that plastic cutting boards are a no-no. And the reason is it's been found that they put tons of microplastic particles into the food. It's worse if you're cutting harder, like cutting through carrots, but they were finding that people were ingesting over the course of a year, if they were cutting on these cutting boards, like 50 grams of microplastics. That's a lot. Plastic chopping boards are a substantial source of microplastics in human food. Basically what they're saying is you should not use them anymore. Let's see what else. You should filter your water with a carbon filter at a minimum, preferably a reverse osmosis filter. You should never microwave anything with instant plastic. I'll show you the papers on that in a moment. It puts millions and billions of particles in there. It's best not to drink water from plastic bottles. You can use glass cutting boards, cut on a glass plate. You can use wood, but I'd worry that the wood's not treated with something toxic. You can cut on marble. You should dust and vacuum and clean regularly. That's recommended. Okay, let's take a look at some of this other stuff here. Well, here was a study showing that if people microwaved their something in a plastic cup, that you would get literally billions of microplastic particles in there. And that's a big deal because a lot of people, they microwave the baby bottles to heat it up. They should not do that. Should not be microwaving anything in plastic. Literally millions to billions of plastic particles, microplastics, nanoplastic particles are getting into the food. So the poor baby is ingesting that. People don't know. People should never do that. That's very important to tell all young parents. Okay, here's another paper. This one I think was coming out of the, University of New Mexico or something. This is a paper. I've actually shown this paper before. I just re-show it because it goes with this talk. They found lots and lots of accumulation of microplastics in the brains of dead people. And there was a lot more in the demented brains. But it's not necessarily that the plastics are causing dementia. It might just be because the demented brains have more opening of the blood-brain barrier, so more plastic just got in there. But that's a common thing, finding microplastics in people's bodies, their kidneys and their brains. These are just some microscope pictures of it. And here's the paper. Bioaccumulation of microplastics in decedent, means dead, human brains assessed by pyrolysis, glass chromatography, and mass spectroscopy. The paper's from Research Square 2024. Author's name, Matthew Campen. Okay, then here's another thing. There's a surprisingly large number of microplastics in salt, like sea salt. So it's another reason to not add salts to your food. Microplastics were found in sea salt several years ago. How extensive is it? This is a reasonably good journal, this American Chemical Society journal. Found a couple good papers in there. Here's just more papers showing microplastic contamination in commercial salt. Another paper, commercial salts as a source of microplastics, so they're worse than people think. Okay, so that's it. So the bottom line is, don't ever microwave anything in plastic, don't use plastic cutting boards, and don't add salt if you don't need to. Hope that was helpful.